Alright, so the new Cell Max difficult boss event is out on both global and JP, and yeah, it's probably the hardest boss event in the game by far, honestly. The Cell Max hits incredibly hard, and his super attacks, he can double super you, lock you, he's crazy, right? And I'm making this video here just to talk about, my experiences, what I've seen other people use, and overall, the best units to be able to use in this event. I think it may help guide a lot of people to use the correct units here. Again, to break down what's going on in this event, the only support item that can be used is the Senzu Bean. You can use any support memory, and no stamina is required. This has infinite attempts, so that's going to be pretty good. Keep in mind that Cell Max has a coercion to prevent you from changing the attack order, and he has an AoE in phase 2. His types are STR to physical to tank. Now I'm gonna be straight up. These first two phases are not hard, not at all. Really just stack up on many units as you can probably, and that's how you tackle this event. That's how I got the clear my no item run. Right, we'll look at those little runs in a bit. But we'll look at the stats here of this event. As you see, phase 1 and 2, very weak. 80,000 attack and 130k attack as well on both first and second phase. That's just basically the level of defense you need to tank. So even like 20 units could probably tank double digits against the Cell Max's normals. So you'll be fine there. It's this final phase that's obviously very difficult. He gets 4 times as much HP. His defense shoots up a little higher, and his attack stat basically also doubles by 4 times. So he becomes really insane in that very last phase right there. 530k attack is how much defense you need to tank, just if you're a type neutral unit. And his super attack, I'm not sure the exact number it does. I'm not sure if that's listed here, his super attack damage. But his super attack damage, he hits you very hard, right? Like my Int Merdzamasu, 55%, obviously before he supered, he still took 560k. I've seen him hit my Vegeta and Trunks for like 300 to 400k damage. I've seen him hit Tech God Goku for like 250k. I've seen a screenshot of Tech God Goku taking 300k. Right, the lowest I've seen is Tech God Goku after grabbing a bunch of orbs in the field, double supering, and he still took 160k damage. Right, I believe that was in the video I recorded. I think so, the first one, but that was obviously, but that was pretty disgusting, right? So this Cell Max is pretty dangerous. So again, we're gonna go by legendary power first battle and shattering the limit. Well, I might as well just go by first battle, right? And we're gonna talk about the units I feel like are best to use in this event. Just scrolling through here and just listing off some units that I think you could really good to use. EGO units you really don't want to use, I think, for the most part, right? You can maybe possibly get away with running one on the team, right, if they're really good, but you have to get absurdly lucky in the last phase. If he touches that unit, a lot of times that they'll die, right? But again, the key word is that he has to touch that unit. If you could hide them, or I guess I'll say like AGO Pycon, and we'll talk about him in a bit. With his Usher, you could be fine with that unit, but maybe you could run STRUI Goku. No one else here you really want to run. And I've seen my buddy Gale of mine. I think he had Goten and Trunks on the team. It was very odd, but you don't want to go out of your way to choose these units if you don't have to. Tech units. I think these guys, I use them in my own run. They're like almost essential for this run. I think especially on global. Like the only clears I've seen on global is double like God Gokus and Vegetas, right? Because their team is really good. They have a strong amount of solid units to use against this event that you would want to on their leader skill, especially Tech God Goku. They're like a must with their active skill. These units, I think you can get away with running this guy as well. But these guys have the dodge and this guy doesn't. If he gets tagged with the super, he's gonna get hit really hard. Tech Gogeta maybe with the scouter, but again, you have to hide him. No one else here really. Tech Goku Black and Zamasu you could run, definitely. They're very strong. I don't know, again, since we don't know his super attack damage, I don't know how hard they're gonna get hit. But I'm sure they would probably get one shot if they get hit by a super attack, right? Since once their guard is run out, so you want to be careful with them. But they're really good with this guy, who I still think is a very good unit to run. You just unfortunately can't run him in slot 1. No way. You need to have him in slot 2, but this event attacks a lot with his AoE attacks and stuff. So you can get this guy like built up pretty well. And his active skill will definitely be very helpful. None of these guys know I actually ran Int Vegito. Int Vegito is a very strong option here, I think, because of his full heal. That's how I got my no on him run. His full heal really saved me. And with his 30% damage reduction, he'll tank okay against normals and he won't die to a super attack. So I think this guy is a very good option. Maybe I've seen a run clear with this guy, but you don't want to use him if you don't have to. Obviously, this is the best unit in the game. So you're going to run them. They have type advantage at the end, right? So even if you have to push them off rotation, they'll be fine. This unit is obviously just amazing. Namagoku is another one I want to pull up. Just look at him. His active skill you could use here. He has his extreme class passive active. He stacks pretty well, I feel like, in this event, because again, the first phases don't hit hard, and then by the last phase he has type advantage. So even if he's not like, you know, like 800k defense or something, he still is able to tank super attacks. I've seen him tank like what, 350k from a super attack. That is definitely livable, so that's really good. Namagoku has got way better with this event, 100%. This is my boy right here. If we take a look more, I mean, you can run this unit. Nah, maybe you could run this unit as a floater, right? But SDR, yeah, no one. I've seen the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta take like 100k normals. His defense is not good enough. Like, you need, like, type neutral, you need 500k plus defense. Come on. No, just none of these units. Because you can't use Whis or anything, so this guy, you can't even use the Whis strategy for him. Maybe these guys with their evasion? They have the evasion, right? But you have to get that evasion off its slot too, or else they're going to get creamed. But there's not a team you can run them on anyways. Obviously, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. You could run him. I wouldn't say he's as effective as the gods because his leader skill is a lot worse, so you can't run like double Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But obviously, he's going to be very strong. He has the damage reduction. This guy you absolutely can't run. Compared to In Vegito, he doesn't have the damage reduction or the type advantage. If you get lucky dodges, maybe, but he's going to get creamed in the last phase, especially because he's way worse defensively. Once this guy gets a team, I could see him be really good for this event because of his guard, right? He can't nullify here. Keep in mind that there's no blast super attack save, so he can't nullify. That's pretty much it for them. Kaioken Goku. I think, actually, Grady Vegeta, maybe. You could run him, maybe, I think, as a last slot unit. I think you can get away with him. Kaioken Goku, probably not. Well, no, you can get away with him. Just given he doesn't get tagged with a super. He'll do a lot of damage for you. And his active skill is nice. I think S-Star Vegeta Blue, you could definitely run here with his stacking defense. I find his defense can be able to get really high levels. But again, probably can't take a super. A lot of these units, most of the units in the game probably can't, but you have to be careful with that. Again, very little AGL units you could take here. I've seen clears with AGL Ginyu, so I think that's possible. I don't know about AGL Cell. Maybe. He gets very high defense, but he's just type disadvantage, right? That's the issue. AGL Turles, maybe when he gets a good, like, if Cooler's like a god int unit, then he can get away with Turles. Definitely not 17 here. Golden Frieza, you can get away with, but again, if you do fall under that HP threshold, because he hits so hard. So if you enter a turn and you're under the HP threshold, it's like he's worthless, obviously, right? So it's a maybe for you. Again, AGL Pycon, I've seen people work with him. He's dodging, supporting. It's really the Ghost Usher. This is such a stupid ability. Wait, not that. That's the unit super. This is what you could do. And I've seen people blitz him with that. Actually, I'll just show the run. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. This is what's being on global. That's why I brought up in Vegeta right here. You see, double Tech God Goku and Vegeta, the LR Gods Tech Gogeta, right, and really, like, all these units I've talked about, obviously, here, right? AGL Pycon, he really did help out with his Ghost Usher, I think, of this run, so that's good. A friend of mine did this run, so yeah. Let's just keep scrolling down. And if I miss anyone, you guys, that you see, you think is good, let me know in the comments below. Yeah. Maybe Tech Jacko. That'd be kind of dangerous, but you could probably get away with them. Count Khalifa with their heal could be good, with their dodge, too. Tech Android, I've seen someone clear it with them because of their Ghost Usher, again, a very strong ability. No one else from Extreme Tech, no. Tech Gohan, I'm sure you can get away with them, right? Given you're able to stack with them. I'm gonna try him out with like the Goku Gohan team and see how that goes. I'm assuming it'll be able to work well because you could really stack up a lot with that team. But you probably can't run Angel Kid Gohan, which is essential for that run. But if Angel Kid Gohan gets like sniped at all, that's pretty funny. Obviously the GOAT Tech God Goku, he's like the best unit in the game for this event, so He continues to be God, literally. I think you can run this guy. Nah. Would he take too much damage from normals? Maybe. But the 70% counter chance will allow you to know that, you know, you're likely going to survive. You could get away with him. His defense is probably not that great enough, though. Module Vegeta is easily one of the best units in the game for this event. You have to run this guy. If you're going to do this event, you have to run him. I feel like, well, you don't have to, but he's like a really strong option, of course, under the Vegeta and Trunks leader skill. These guys, I think these guys, the Resurrection at Blues, they could be really good here. Berta and Jace could really help. Broly, maybe? Because his damage reduction and type advantage, I think you can get away with Broly. Again, another unit that's recently been aging a lot well. Ever since Red Zone Broly came out, this guy, you know, I think that he's really kind of came back into light a little as a really strong unit. No one else from Extreme Ints. This guy you could probably run. He gets some pretty solid defensive stats after. And then he has type advantage, and then he has a high chance to counter. And then he has an active skill that you could use. I think this guy's actually going to be a pretty good option. I want to say pretty good, but he's going to be a reasonable option with this counter chance. I like that. This unit, I think maybe, because they have the dodge chance. G2 Vegeta, you can get away with, I think, because again, a lot of these units are a little lenient on them because they have type advantage. UI Goku, you could probably get away with. Yes, type advantage, 70% chance to dodge, stacking. Yeah, I think he'll be good. And the guaranteed dodge, right? So you'll likely get the guaranteed evasion in the final phase, and then it's like, he's good, right? Because in the first two phases, you won't get damage, so you won't have to waste that. No one else here. Goku Gohan, I think, could be good here. 70% chance to dodge, but no. This guy, we'll see what his EZA looks like. He could be quite good for there, maybe. Yeah. Maybe you can get away with this guy. Maybe. As long as you beat it before the 9 turns, which is possible. Rikuma and Goto will probably, like, kind of one of the only units that could absolutely cream the event, right? Kid Buu. No, because, Cell Max is super attack. I think it's the other... Because he does a blast at the end, so it's not unarmed, unfortunately. We'll see if this guy gets an EZA. He could be interesting for this event with the new cooler. No one else here, and Astaire Rosé, no, you know. Nah, probably not this guy. Not this guy. Physical Future Gohan, I think you can get away with. I think that he'd still die to a super attack, though. Because, especially if you don't build up his damage reduction in time. Because the first two phases are so weak that you get to the last phase very quickly. So this guy's not able to build up like you would like, compared to like Red Zone, right? That's the only issue. That's why I felt a little scared bringing him into No Honor Run. Yeah, no one else, no one in Extreme Physical, no way. Let me check Shatter and Limit real quick, see if there's anyone I could see here, just quickly. At a glance, you know who could be good here? This guy. I think this guy could be good here if he gets a team. On a villain team, right? I think he could be really interesting because he heals, right? He can guard. I muted myself because I sneezed, but he can guard. He stacks. If he gets that leader, if he gets that good team, man, he could be good for this event. Because that guard and his defense gets really high. So if he gets a 200%, he could be one of the best units in the game for this. Because you could dodge Cell Max, by the way, just to clarify, unlike Broly. So that opens up a lot of avenues for you, like dodging, right? Oh, you know, you're not bring up. I can't believe I forgot about him. This guy, Hercule. You could use this guy. I've seen people clear it. He has his dodge chance. You can get up to the 90% damage reduction. He's good for this event for sure because of the type advantage at the end. You could easily run that guy. No, I don't see anyone here. No one else in Extreme Tech. Android 16 actually will be a really strong unit because again he gets the guard and then he has 60% reduction. Yeah, he'll be good for this event. No one here. Xeno Vegeta maybe because he supports. He has the stacking. Currently stacking is really good, obviously. No one here. Oh, Chilai. Yeah, no wonder why Chilai is so good. She's like destroys this event. She heals, she dodges, 70% chance. She gets this. Oh, dude, Inchila is disgusting for this event. If she gets on the pan team, she could be really good. If she gets a new team, like, if Cooler's, like, leading this team for some reason, oh, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, Inchila, dude. Whew, that's crazy. No one here. No. No one here. Fasha could be really good here, baby. Weirus, I could see people running Weirus because of his dodge chance of the support. You just need a dodge. You really need a dodge with Weirus. I think if he gets hit with a normal, he'll take a lot of damage, and a super will obviously one-shot you. That's it for now. I don't really see anyone else, but those would be the best units I would recommend to use on this event. Just naming a few different units. There's some different teams. If you want to, you know, pause and look at the teams you can run. You gotta see it on the JP version of my friends list. Here's my no item run. Here is the PyCon run right here if you want to pause. This is Truth's no item run. And then this is a Ginyu Force run. Double HO Ginyu. Again, you could use the HO Ginyu, right? I mean, you can get away with units. There's units you can get away with, but would I say recommending some of these units? No. Luckily, you have unlimited attempts, so let me know how you guys do, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.